Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalasphटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे ओम श्री हयग्रीवाय नमः ओम श्री वल्लभा समेत श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः We were in the topic vedAnta-vAkyAnam nirvikalpaka-brahma-paratva-upapattih, that Vedanta Vakyas by their tatparya means by their intention. What is the intention of the Vedanta itself? All the sentences of Vedanta, if you take Vedanta as a section in the Veda, what is it that Vedanta wants to reveal as a pramana? Means it is only nirvikalpaka Brahma. Nirvikalpaka Brahman alone is the tatparya, or Brahma ekatvam also you can say. The oneness of this Brahman, that is the tatparya. Everything else it talks about, whether Srishti Prakriya or anything else, or even upasanas, even Saguna Brahma upasana, all of them are for the purpose of revealing this nirvikalpaka Brahman alone. So that is the tatparya. In fact, that is analyzed in the Brahma Sutra also in the Tattu Samanvayat. So the Samanvaya of all the Vedanta Vakyas, the reconciliation you can say, Samanvaya means, when you do that, we see that Brahman is the Vastu which is revealed, and this Brahman is not separate from yourself. So that is the vision here. Now here, that's what even quoted the Smriti, Vedaischa Sarvaihi Ahameva Vedyaha Sarve Vedantaha Yatpadam Amananti. All these Shrutis and the Smritis there are there, which are also pointing out to the same thing. Now, having said this, what the Purva Pakshi now says, Nacha Kriya Paravakyanam Gamanaya Ityadinam Katham Brahma Paratvam iti Vachyam. Okay, Kriya Paravakyanam, whatever is only revealing an action, like bring the cow, Gamanaya. So, sentences like this, how can you say that even they are really only revealing Brahman? Means he is asking this, means he cannot say this. Why? Tatrapi gauhu kaha iti vivechane darshita ritya go shabdasya brahma paratva. So even there, if you ask what is this cow, means where this cow is existing, you have to say, means cow also is only a namarupa, and what is really existing there is Brahman alone, correct? Everything, when you look at the Sat Buddhi, each and every word is pointing to only Brahman. Okay, so what is this cow means? You have to say Gotvam, that which has Gotvam is cow. Now, what is it that which has Gotvam means? That which does not have Gotvam only can have Gotvam superimposed on it, and that which does not have that Gotvam is nothing but Brahman, which is available as Sat, 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 or consciousness is in English, if you have to say, in each and every cognition. Whatever you may cognize, everything you are cognizing is really resolving it into this Brahmatma only. So it's all Brahma Paratvam is established by this. This was already shown even before we discussed this. Therefore, what? Tasmad Padasya Padasamuhasya va Tatparya Vritya Brahma Pratipadane na Kachid Anupapattihi. Okay. So, whether you take words or a group of words, which is sentence, correct? So, whether you take a pada or a vakya, all of them, if you look at the intention behind that, what it really reveals, okay, Tatparya Vritti, means here we have to take it as Lakshana Vritti, is Brahma Pratipadanam. Everything is only revealing Brahman, whether you know it or not. Once you have the knowledge, you will understand that each and every cognition, even whether you are cognizing through your sense organs or through words, whatever it may be, everything is really revealing this Brahman alone. So Tatparya Vritya Brahma Pratipadanena Kachid Anupapattihi. Nothing is untenable here. We can very well understand that Sadbuddhi alone is the invariable in each and every cognition, and Nama Rupa is variable. And once you remove the Nama Rupa as Anritam, okay, what remains there is Brahman alone. So each and every cognition is really revealing Brahman alone for us. That is the Jnana Drishti actually. This is the Jnana Drishti. And of course, we accept that words directly. If you look at the words as revealing Nama Rupa directly, then it's okay. It cannot reveal Brahman. So, Bidha Shaktistu Brahmani Kuntita Eva. So, Kuntita means something restrained or hampered like that. That is the meaning. Means basically the words, if you take the direct meaning of the word as something which is having a name and a form, then it cannot reveal Brahman, because Brahman cannot be restricted to any one name and form. So that way we are not saying. That's why he said Tatparya Vritti or Lakshana Vritti is the main thing here. So why Brahman cannot be revealed directly by a word as the meaning of one word means why? Because Tatra Shabda Pravritti Nimitta Nama Jatyadi Vishesha Abhava. So the Shabda is used with reference to a name or a species, correct? So Nama, Jati, Kriya, Guna, Visheshana, all these things we say, correct? Sambandha, these are all the things which words can reveal. Okay, Jati, Guna, Kriya, Vishesha, in general it is said. So these names, you have kept a name for all these things. And Brahman does not have any Jati, it does not have any Guna, it doesn't have any Kriya, correct? And it doesn't have any Sambandha also. It is Asanga, it is Nishkriya, it is Nirguna, like this. You can understand that. It is Ekameva Advitiyam, so there cannot be any Jati also. So that is how Brahman has been revealed. So Brahman cannot be the meaning of any one word, but it is the meaning of all words if you look at it, if you look at the Sat aspect of the cognition, or Sat Chit aspect we have to say, because everything without Chit, there is no cognition. So all cognition includes Sat Chit. Consciousness is. This consciousness is the invariable in each and every cognition, and that has to be recognized. That's all. That is Brahman, that is yourself, in fact. So now, having said this, what now the objection? Okay, Nacha Brahma Ishvara Ananta Sat Chit Ananda Adi Shabdanam Brahma Namatvat Katham Brahmanaha Nama Vishesha Rahityam Iti Vachyam. Okay, so Brahma, this Brahman itself is indicated, or with reference to Brahman, we are using so many words, correct? But these are all, we say, Lakshanas, means revealing words, indicatory words. But he is saying what? The one who is objecting, see, you are using words like Ishvara, Ananta, Sat, Chit, Ananda, etc. with reference to Brahman. All these Shabdas are all names of Brahman only. Brahman Namakatvat, Namatvat, correct? It is all names of Brahman, means it has to point to something, correct? How can you say that Brahman, which has so many names, is devoid of names and qualities, etc.? Nama Vishesha Rahityam Katham. So how can it be without name and qualities? This is the objection, means even that objection cannot be raised. Why? Because we now ask Kim Sachidadi Shabda Pratipadyatva Prayuktam Sachidadi Nama Visheshavatvam Brahmanaha Paramarthataha Asti iti uchyate yadva vyavaharataha. So now the question is what? We also agree Brahman is revealed through all these words. Okay. Now whatever these words are revealing, those qualities are there in Brahman in reality, Paramarthataha, or it is all only used in a transactional world, correct? In the Vyavahara, for teaching purposes, we have to use words, correct? Because we have to correct your wrong understanding about yourself. So the Veda is a pramana only insofar as removing your ajnana. It need not reveal Brahman to you newly, because Brahman is always available. Brahman is yourself. You are always available to yourself. It is Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma. That's why beautifully Brihadaranyaka says, Yet Sakshat Aparokshat Brahma, yes, Sarvantaratma also, which is the Atma of everything, everybody, every living being. That Brahman, which is directly known without the need for any pramana, but there are wrong notions about that. That has to be removed, and for that we are using words. But even whatever these words are pointing out, those things are there in Brahman in reality, or these are all used only in the teaching, for teaching purposes in the Vyavahara. Now, if you say they are there really in Brahman, okay, Paramarthataha, Brahman is Savishesham, means what? We say no, na adyaha, Paramarthataha, Shabdanam eva abhavena. See, in Brahman there is no Shabda or anything. Understand that? That's why we say that Maunam also is one of the things, correct? Even Dakshinamurti is portrayed as Mauni Baba. So, the one who is Mauna Vyakya Prakritita Parabrahma Tattvam means Maunam means basically the Swarupa, Brahma Swarupam is by itself. It doesn't require any words also to indicate it, really speaking. That's why Maunam, it is said. Even there, the Mauna Vyakya, we have to understand that that which cannot be directly revealed by any word. That's why it is Mauna. It is all Lakshana Vritti is still possible. So, this Maunam, we say, means there is no words or requirement of any words for revealing this Brahman, because to know you are there, you don't require any word. In fact, to refer to yourself also, you don't require any word. Bhashyakara, if you read I think, the Brihadaranyaka-Bhashya in 1.4, I think 1.4.7 only, I think. So there is a beautiful section where he says even the word Atma is not required. You don't require any word to know you are there, correct? Words are not required. Words are only there for teaching purpose. Understand that. Upadeshad ayam vadaha. Like Gaudapadacharya says, all these things are only for the purpose of Upadesha. So, here these words are not there. Shabdanameva abhavena tat prayukta vishesha abhava. So, whatever the Shabdas are indicating, they are all only in the realm of Maya, in the Vyavahara, in Brahman. Whatever any Shabda is indicating, those are all, cannot say it is there really. But if you say it is in Vyavahara only, Dvitiyaha, Ishtaha eva. So if you say it is Vyavaharataha, it is there, means that is fine. We accept that. Okay. Savishesha Brahma is useful for even Upasana. Okay. So here, Nahi Vayam Vyavaharataha Brahma Nirvishesham Bruma iti. So we don't say that even in Vyavahara, Brahman is Nirvishesha. We don't say that. Savishesham Brahma is only Jagat Karanam Brahma. In fact, the Tatastha Lakshana we use. So Brahman is shown as the Karanam. Correct? Jagat Karanam. Janmadhyasya Yataha Sutra also is there. And Yato va imani bhutani jayante. All these Shruti Vakyas are there. Brahman is revealed as the Jagat Karanam only. And that is Savishesha Brahma only. And in Vyavahara, we have to account for the world. Correct? So we accept Brahman with all these Visheshas as Jagat Karanam. And further what? Nama Rupehi Brahmani Mayaya Kalpite Yatha Mridi Gata Nama Kambu Grivadi Rupam. So even all this Nama Rupa is only Kalpita, and it is all due to Maya. So it is only an appearance really, like even in the Mrit, which is the reality, which is Satyam. Ritika Ityeva Satyam, like that. Shruti also says, in the clay, what you see is only pot and other forms, names and forms and all that. Pot means again it is a name, it has a form with a neck and some round body, etc., spherical body. So all this name and form and all is only an appearance. Function also. Nama Rupa, not only Nama Rupa Kriya, like that. Even in Brihadaranyaka it is said. So that Kriya is the function. So you have, because the pot alone can hold water. Clay in any other form cannot hold water. Understand? Of course, okay. Some other forms it cannot hold water. Maybe in some, like a plate also you can make of the clay and it can hold some water. But what I am saying is, pot has a certain function. So all these things, but when you analyze what is there, means only clay alone is there. So this, all this nama rupa is only kalpita. Evam nama rupa yoho kalpitatva mritika ityeva satyamiti shrutihi vikara asatyatam. So the Shruti is saying vikaras are all asatya. They are not real. They are andrita. By saying these nama rupas are all kalpita and they are, and the Shruti is explicitly saying mritika ityeva satyam, and then what? Karana satyatam cha abravit. So it is saying karanam alone is satyam and karya is mithya. Sadeva satyam, like that also it comes in the Chandogya. The sad vastu, which is initially presented as ekameva advitiyam, that alone is real. Even after the Srishti has come, what this Sat alone is real, because that alone is the Karana. The Karana Karya Prakriya itself is used by the Upanishad only to show that Karanam Satyam, Karyam Mithya, and everything being Karya, whatever is observed as the objective world is all Karya, and therefore it is all Mithya. So to show that only Shruti is using this Prakriya. And further, also don't think that when it says Mritika Ityeva Satyam, Mritika is the real Satyam. That's why later it says Sadeva Satyam. Anyway, Nacha Idam Mritika Satya iti Bhramitavyam. And don't also think that Mritika itself is Satyam, because the clay also can be further reduced to some other things like powder or whatever. The grains of the sand are, and further into molecules, atoms and all that. Nowadays, scientifically also we can have more names in names. Okay, my Guruji used to always say, Namni Namani, Namni Namani. That is this Maya. Maya is nothing but names in names, names in names, names in names. It keeps on going. And finally, it has to resolve into the observer. Swarupa of the observer. So, Drashtris Swarupe Avasanam. Everything has to resolve, because Pratibodha Viditam Matam again. Because everything, when you cognize it, that consciousness is alone, is the invariable, and so it has to resolve there. So don't get deluded that now Mritika is the Satya. Tasya api Mritika iti namnaha churna pindadi tadrupasya cha kalpitatvena satyatva. So the Mritika itself can be reduced to something else like a powder, okay, etc. And therefore that Mritika also is Kalpita. What is there is really Brahman alone. Everything is Kalpita on this Brahman. At this fact, many modern scientists also understand it very clearly, but they don't have any pramana to understand Brahman. There is no pramana for Brahmatma, because science by definition is objective. So it has no access to the nature of the subject. That is the problem. No. Anyway, so this is very clear. Therefore, what? Okay, further, but what? Purva Pakshi now comes back. He says, Nacha Brahmanaha Nama Rupa Bhavaha Apramanaha iti Vachyam. So he says Brahmanaha, for this Brahman, that there is no Nama Rupa in this Brahman. For that there is no Pramana. Okay, Apramanaha. If they say that, what, even that we don't accept. Na Vachyam. Why? There is umpteen number of Shrutis are there, correct? Any Shruti you take. This Ashabdam Asparsham Arupam Avyayam. This is Kathopanishad, correct? Then we also have other Upanishads, correct? You have Mundaka Upanishad also is there, correct? Astula Mananu Akhraswam Adirgham. All these in Brihadaranyaka also is there. In Mundaka Upanishad also it is there. So all this, in every Upanishad, you will see that Brahman is revealed as that which does not have any jati, guna, kriya, sampanda. Okay. So that's how Brahman has been revealed by the Shruti. Neti Neti also is there. Correct. So whatever you objectify as this, or even Kena Upanishad says, Nedam Edidam Upasate. Correct. Yet Chakshusha na pashyati, yena chakshumshi pashyati, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam edidam upasate. Yet shrotrena na shrunoti, yena shrotramidam shrutam, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam edidam upasate. Like this, every Shruti is very clearly revealing this Brahman as something which is Nama Rupa Rahitam, Jati Rahitam, Kriya Rahitam, Sambandha Rahitam. So you cannot say that there is no Pramana. So these Shrutis are there. And also even again he is quoting that this he already quoted, correct, from the Bhagavata, na nama rupe gunakarma eva iti smritescha pramanatva. This is the Gajendra Moksha part. Okay, nama rupe gunakarma eva iti. This he even quoted before also. We saw this. So like this, of course, from even other Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata and even Manusmriti and all, we can give quotations. So, kincha yasya idam nama iti tvaya uchyate tat vastu kim nama eva yadva namavat athava nama rahitam. Okay, now we are asking you a question. You are so like holding on to all this nama rupa etc. We are now asking. So now you are saying this Brahman has names. Fine. So idan nama. This is the name of Brahman means whatever you are saying like this. With reference to that, we are asking question what that vastu which is having a name, that is name alone, kim nama eva or yadva namavat, that which has a name or that doesn't have a name, you are using a name for that. Okay. What is it? Means na adyaha nama ashrayasya, because see any vastu you are referring to with a name, it is a nama ashraya, correct? It is the locus where this name is used for. So, and for that what namatva, ayoga, it cannot itself be only name. Okay. It is the ashraya for name because it is the meaning of the name, correct? So, ghatavataha purushasya iva ghatatvam. So, you cannot say that the person who has ghata has ghatatvam. So, like that, the vastu which has the name cannot have this name itself, or it is just a name itself, you cannot say. Okay, name is separate from the vastu. Okay, then if you say, okay, then why can't we say vastu is the one which has the name? Okay, namavati. But that vastu itself already is namavat. This is the same problem we saw. Savishesha, Nirvishesha. Whether the Visheshana is there in the Savishesha vastu or Nirvishesha vastu. That is the same question he is asking here, right? The one which has the name, is it already the one with the name or it is the one without name? If you say it is already the one with the name, then what happens? Na dvitiyaha savisheshasya visheshaha ityatra eva namavataha nama ityatra api atmashraya anyonyashrayadi dosha sambhavat sadbhavat. So this already we saw, correct, in lot of detail. If you say the one which has the name is already the one with names, it is like saying the savishesha is the one which is having vishesha, and there are all kinds of doshas, atmashraya dosha, anyonyashraya dosha, chakraka dosha, anavastha dosha. All these doshas will come into the picture. And the last option, if you take, means that is ishtam for us. Kriti etu siddham eva nama rahitam vastu. If you take the third option, yes, great, join the party. We are also saying the same thing. Name is only used for revealing this nama rahitam vastu. That is the siddhanta. Therefore, what? Evam rupa jatyadishu api bodhavyam. Okay, the same thing applies to anything else. Rupa, jati, kriya, etc. Okay. There also you have to understand in the same manner. Okay. Then what? Nacha evam namadi rahitasya vastunaha katam namadi sahitatvam iti vachyam. Okay, now what? Again, that which does not have any name, how can it have names? How can it be with names? Okay, namadi sahitat adipadat rupa jati etc. also we have to take. So the one which does not have any names, how can it be with names etc. if you ask what? That is what is avidya, correct? That is adhyasa. So nirupasyapi gaganasya yatha bhranta drishtya neelatvam tadvatiti. So this Akasha example is given by Bhashyakara even in the Adhyasa Bhashya itself. Okay. So Tala Malina Tadi Adhyasa is there in the Akasha, he says. Aprityakshepi Akashe. So this Akasha in the Siddhanta is not considered to be something uh, which is Indriya Pratyaksha is not there for Akasha, understand? Because Akasha does not have this Rupa, etc. It doesn't have any. It is also not having any sparsha, rupa, gandha, etc. Rahityam is there in the Akasha. Therefore, Akasha is not considered to be something Indriya Pratyaksha, but then it is Sakshi Pratyaksha, we say. Whatever is not Indriya Pratyaksha, but if it is still known, we say that it is all directly, it is cognized by the witness consciousness itself. And that's why Bhashyakara uses apratyakshepi there. That apratyaksha is only to say that it is indriya apratyaksha. We have to understand. Anyway, so an akasha which is not having, it is devoid of all these qualities. Even in that akasha, we are saying it is blue sky, etc. Like this, there is adhyasa is there. Okay. So even that which does not have any rupa, any color or any form in that, and we are also saying it is like a dome, etc. Horizon, all this we are saying. So this Branta Drishti is there. Branta Drishtya Nilatvam Tadvaditi. So even in the Atma, so that is why there is a big, in other texts and all, there is a big argument is there. How can there be any adhyasa of the Atma? Because Atma also you are saying is not available as an object. That is where Bhashyakara uses this Akasha analogy, that Atma is there is enough. So anything is there is good enough to do superimposition. Nothing more is required, really speaking. Okay. So that is how this adhyasa is talked about. So this Bhranti is there. And that's why all this we look upon this entire Brahman as Savishesha. Okay. Then what? Nacha evam vivechane sarvam api vastu nama rupadi rahitam eva avatishtata iti. So now he is worried. He says, hey, if you do analysis like this, everything will end up in a vastu which does not have that, correct? Whether you say nama or rupa or jati or kriya, whatever it is, whichever thing you analyze, all of that ends up in a vastu which does not have that. What is this? Okay, means that is ita patte. That's what we want. That's what the Shruti is also revealing. Okay, you cannot say that as an objection. In fact, that's what Shruti's tatparya is. That in fact, that is ishta for us. Everything resolves into this Brahman only, which does not have any of these things. In fact, in its Swarupa, therefore it is ishtapatte. Okay, why? Because sarvam brahma iti hi asma abhi uchyate. So what we are saying is what? Everything that is here is Brahman alone, correct? Sarvam khalvidam brahma, correct? Not only Brahma, we say it is all Atma alone. Yad I am Atma. Whatever is there here is all this Atma, which is Brahman. And here again, this Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam, we have to understand. When we say Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, it's all that Brahman alone is really there. All becomes negated. Okay, so what? Nacha katham brahmanaha nirvisheshasya sarvatvam api iti vachyam. Okay, now he is going back. If you say everything is Brahman, this everythingness is there in Brahman. That Visheshana. Means that's why we say it is Badayam Samanadhikarani. Correct? Everything gets negated. That is the beauty here. So there is no Sarvatvam also in Brahman. Sarvatvam and all is again only from the standpoint of teaching we have to say that. Once you have understood that there is no Sarvam in fact. So Sarvatvam is there in the Nirvishesha Vastu. So if there is a contradiction he is saying. That also you can't say. Why? Yatra Sarvani api namani rupani kalpitani tat sarvamiti svikara. So what we say as sarvam is all only, is all mithya, correct? It is all kalpita. So whatever is appearing alone, we are negating it by saying all that is here is Brahman. Like saying the snake is rope, means there it's not to point out that the snake avayavas are all there in the rope really, correct? It is to negate the very snake only we are using snake is rope. So that is what Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam we say. So Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma also is Badhayam Samanadhikaranyam. Therefore, Sarvatvam and all you cannot say it is there in Brahman. Okay? Because there is a different order of reality. We have to understand that. So that's how we understand Sarvam here. Therefore, what? Sarva Adhyasa Adhishthanatvam Eva Sarvatvam. So basically, when we say Sarvatvam means what here? It is the Adhisthana of all Adhyastha Vastu. And Adhyastha Vastus are all not really there. Okay? That is the point here. So in reality, Sarvatvam also you cannot talk about in Brahman. Okay. Therefore, what tacha vyavaharataha eva na paramarthataha. So he makes it very clear. So even the Sarvatvam and all only with reference to the objective world which we cognize. So whatever is cognized as objective world is nothing but Brahman. So all that is here is Brahman alone. And once you have understood that, there is no all left. So Paramarthataha, there is no all also. So Paramarthataha sarva adhyasanam abhavena tad adhishthanatvasya dura utsaritatva. So once you have understood in reality there is nothing, all this whatever you are seeing is only adhyastha. So this adhyasa vastu is not really there. Correct? Abhava only. Traikalika abhavatvam is there. Correct? In all periods of time, once you understand whatever is there is rope alone, you cannot say snake was there also. Snake was not there, snake is not there, snake will not be there. Traikalika abhavatvam, nishedha, basically once you have done the nishedha, you understand that it was never there. So the adhyasana, whatever has been superimposed, it never existed in fact. And therefore, the adhishthanatvam also you cannot claim. Hey, if you go and ask the rope, are you the adhisthana of snake means, hey, no, I am not the adhisthana of anything really speaking. If you see a rope, if you see a snake, it is your problem. I am not the adhisthana of anything. In fact, he says, Dura Utsaritatva means it is taken far away. Means basically the adhisthanattvam and all is nothing. No Visheshana can be attributed to this Brahman. It is all pushed away. You can say Utsaritattvam means far away. It cannot apply to Brahman. Even Adhisthanattvam you cannot apply to Brahman. Once you understand that whatever is Adhyastha is all unreal, really. Therefore, Tasmat Nirvishesham Brahma Tad Jnanam Cha Nirvikalpakam. So, Brahman is really Nirvishesham alone, and that knowledge of that is Nirvikalpaka-Jnanam. Whatever the Vritti Jnanam also, the Akhandakara Vritti we say, it is really Nirvikalpaka-Jnanam, which reveals the truth of the Brahman as it is. And Tatcha Shabdat Bhavati iti Anavadyam. So that Nirvikalpaka-Jnanam also is it is taking place with the Mahavakya Shabda only. The Upanishad Shabdas only reveal this Nirvikalpakam Brahma. There is no doubt about that. So this topic is over. Now we are entering into another topic. What? Sushuptau api nirvikalpaka brahmakara vritti sattva upapattih. So in Sushupti also, what kind of Brahman is there? It is the same Brahman. Whatever Brahman is there now in Jagrat and Swapna alone is there in Sushupti also. In fact, in the Sushupti, it is even clearer because all this Indriya and Manas, all the Vyapara and they themselves are resolved. They go into a potential state. So now anyway, there is a question. Nanu samadhau bhavatu evam shabdat brahmakara antakarana vrittihi katham punaha susuptau tad antakaranasya eva abhava iti chet ma evam. Okay, this is a question that if jnanam is taking place in Jagrat only, correct? But what about other avastha? Okay, there is a question. Then in Sushupti, this jnanam is gone. If jnanam is really taking place, this jnanam will be gone. Correct? In Sushupti, jnanam is not there. Again, you can get up as either jnani or ajnani. We don't know how you will get up. This is a problem, correct? This is the problem with all these people who claim that jnanam takes place newly. So, those who claim that ajnana is abhava, for them jnanam is taking place newly, means that jnanam also is momentary. Once that jnanam is gone, again jnana abhava is there, means then that fellow becomes an ajnani. It becomes a problem, correct? That is what he is addressing here. So in fact, even when you say that, okay, while you are awake, you are remembering this jnanam, but once you go to sleep, what happens? This jnanam is gone, jnana abhava is still there, means ajnanam is there, it will become. That is a problem. Jnanam also we don't, that is why we say no new jnanam is required to be created and all that. Brahman itself is jnanam, correct? Brahma Swarupam is as it is. That is why we have to say Ajnana Nasha alone happens due to the Vritti. And Vritti itself is not really Jnanam. It is only Aupacharikam. Understand that. The Vritti destroys the Ajnanam, means whatever Ajnanam was there is gone totally. Then afterwards it is not even a function of memory or anything. Once Ajnanam is gone. Then Brahman is as it is. Whether it is in waking, dream, sleep, etc., it doesn't matter. Brahman remains as it is. So this is the important point here. So here, but here the Purva Pakshi is saying, at least in Samadhi I can understand, because you are doing Nididhyasanam and you are focusing on this Mahavakyartha. And while you are focusing that only, you entered into Samadhi, means that whatever Vritti was there before, it is continuing potentially in the Samadhi Avastha also. And then that is fine. Then even when you wake up as Jnani. But what about Sushupti? There the Antakarana itself is not there. Antakaranasya eva abhavat. Your jnanam will go away. And again you will become Ajnani. Means, see what we are saying, what avidyayaha satvena tada brahmakara avidya vritti satvat na nirvikalpaka-brahma-paratva-upapattih kapi kshatihi. See, this avidya, the avidya bija is there even in Brahman. Sorry, even in Sushupti is accepted by Bhashyakara in many places. In the Mandukya Bhashya, in the Brahma Sutra Bhashya and all. Okay. So here, even that avidya karya also, badita anuvritti is there. Okay. For Ajnani, avidya itself is there, the Mula Vidya. And that Mula Vidya is there as the bija, but the avidya karya is not there in sleep. Okay. But for the Jnani, it is somewhat different. The Mula Vidya is gone, but the avidya badita anuvritti of the avidya karya we have to accept. Otherwise, jnani cannot wake up as a jnani and teach in the vyavahara. Understand that. There is no jivan mukti will go away then. You cannot have this jivan mukti. Therefore, here he is beautifully saying avidyaya satvena means for the ajnani the mula vidya is there. For the jnani there is no mula vidya, but the badita anuvritti has to be there, correct? Because that is all started by the prarabdha karma. Once it is karma has started, Bhashyakara says, accepts that it has to be exhausted. There is no other way. So whatever karma has started giving fruit, that will continue. That momentum is there. Therefore, we have to say that Brahmakara vritti is there even for the jnani. Brahmakara vritti is there even in sleep. We have to say it is continuing. Brahmakara avidya vritti sattva, because this is all part of the badita anuvritti of the karya, avidya karya. The Brahmakara vritti is there in the mind. It is continuing. We have to say, and therefore nirvikalpaka-brahma-paratva is there even in deep sleep for the jnani. There is no problem in accepting that. So, kincha antakaranasya avidyayaha va nirvishesha brahmakara vrittihi swabhavikya eva iti na tad udayartham kasyapi pramanasya avashyakatvam. See, the other point is, Brahman itself is a sakshat aparokshat Brahman. I said, correct? So, it is directly known and its Swarupa is always known. The problem is that you are confusing it with something else, correct? With Adhyasa. So once this Adhyasa is gone with the Akhandakara Vritti, with the Jnanam, then Brahman is there as it is. So to know Brahman as it is, you don't require any pramana or anything. In fact, Brahman is not revealed through any pramana. Because it being the Atma, the Brahman's existence, etc., does not require any pramana. The pramana is only operating to remove Ajnana. Then only it makes sense, correct? It is negating the Adhyasa. So that is where pramana is required. Otherwise, you don't require any pramana. You are as you are. That nirvishesha brahma akara vrittihi is swabhavika. It is your very nature. And once the mind also is reflecting that, it is going to reflect that always. Even in the badita anuvritti portion, it will reflect that. So you don't have to do anything. Tad udayartham kasya api pramanasya avashyakatvam is not there. Na. Okay, na kasyapi pramanasya avashyakatvam Brahman. That's why it is Swayam Prakasha. It is Swayam Jyotihi. So Brahman is Swaprakasha Brahman. It does not require any pramana to reveal itself. Therefore, what nacha evam vedAnta-vAkyAnam vayartyam iti vachyam. Okay, once you say that, what if Brahman does not require any pramana, it is Swayam Jyoti. He says, then why do you require Vedanta? Vedanta becomes useless. Means that's not so. Why? Because savikalpaka vritti nirasarthatvat tesham means whatever you think that you are a savikalpa, means basically in the world there is division like subject, objects, etc. Correct? All these divisions are there. You take yourself as somebody who is separate from everything else, who is having parts. I have a part in the body. All these are me, etc. So savikalpaka vritti is the problem. Taking that as the reality. So that has to be, the wrong notion has to be removed, correct? As long as the wrong notions are there, the pramana vyapara makes sense. The pramana is only removing your wrong notions. It need not reveal Brahman. That is why we say only vritti vyapti is there. There is no phala vyapti in Brahma Jnanam. Because we don't have to objectify Brahman, and the pramana need not objectify and show the Brahman to you. Brahman is the one who is the very subject itself, correct? The very nature of the subject is Brahman. So it cannot be objectified also. It need not be objectified because it is Swayam Jyotihi. Therefore, only the Savikalpaka Vritti Nirasa is done by the Pramana Vyapara. That is the Akhandakara Vritti. And then Brahman shines as it is. So Vedanta also is not useless. Vedanta is useful for. Therefore, what? And also in this Vyapara, of course, Ravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. These three things are mandated, correct? And it is required for 99% of the people. Only very, very rare, this, whatever we say is idealistic, is what Uttama Adhikari and all it is said. That you hear once and then you got knowledge. That is a possibility. That is an idealistic possibility, only to show that Shravana is the Angi, Manana Nididhyasana is the Anga, really. So Shravana is the real Pramana Vyapara. In the Mananam and Nididhyasanam, whatever you did in the Shravanam alone, you are recollecting, or you are trying to make it clear, correct? So anyway, so the nididhyasanam as a pramana vyapara has been mandated. Why? Because this, all the whatever that you have taken yourself as an embodied consciousness, not only in this life, it is countless lifetimes. It is a big viparita bhavana, correct? It is a hindrance. It is that knowledge is revealing one thing, but you are so much entrenched in the habitual tendencies and they are so powerful, it is dragging you back into taking yourself as a embodied conscious being who is limited and who is in space time. That is the problem. You have to overcome that. Overcoming that requires effort. It is not that easy also, but it is not very difficult also. You cannot ask how long I will do, means till the time you don't ask that question, you have to keep doing nididhyasana. Understand that? So once it is clear, it is clear. Once it is sahaja, it is natural, it is natural. Like right now you are saying I am a human being. That is so natural to everybody. Like that it should become natural that aham brahmasmi has to become sahaja. So till that natural state is attained, one has to put in some effort so that the mind is always having availability of this knowledge. Okay, and it doesn't fall back into some brahma or adhyasa. So nididhyasanam also is vihita, and therefore whatever this drishti which is there due to this nididhyasanam, that is the jnana drishti, and that drishti is, we have to assume that it is continuing even when the, due to the badita anuvritti, mind is there for the jnani also, that will continue into sleep also. You cannot say that it is gone. Okay, that's all we are saying. So that state of the mind continues, and that is what is discussed here. We'll see the rest in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.